Hello and welcome to The Beat, a news and talk program brought to you by the Center for Community Media at Worcester State University. Today's episode will feature a pre-recorded interview hosted by students in the Communication Department. We hope you enjoy this edition of The Beat.
My name is Eric Miller. I'm a senior, member of the class of 2022, and I'm a double major in history and political science. I technically double as Senate Chairperson and Senate Parliamentarian. Senate Chairperson is basically the head of Senate. Basically in charge of chairing meetings, in charge of sending weekly emails and getting business up and coordinated in conjunction with the rest of SGA. Senate Parliamentarian, on the other hand, is more in charge of running elections, and the Parliamentarian runs the procedural subcommittee through which clubs can seek recognition and become active in student life. Recently, the student body voted to amend our constitution, so positions in SGA are being meshed with positions in the student senate. So our SGA president is effectively becoming chair, and SGA vice president is effectively becoming parliamentarian. So if those rules were enforced today, I'd be all for it once, and man, that would be funny. My friend, and technically my predecessor, Vinny Pellegrino, had a grand idea one night that he was going to write me into student senate, partially because he genuinely thought that I'd be good in one of the roles. And I had a bad experience in student government in high school, and I didn't really have an open mind to doing student senate here. And even though I was initially very annoyed at being written in as an at-large senator during my last year here, without knowledge that I was going to be subject to that, I'm actually very grateful. This has been one of my most fulfilling experiences in college, and I'm actually really grateful. Who would have thought that 9 write-in votes would have made me chair and parliamentarian at once of student senate? So basically, we help business on campus run smoothly. We help clubs seek recognition, gain that recognition, and we help them get funding. Each year, we help major student organizations on campus get the budgets that they need approved ahead of the upcoming fiscal year. We actually just did that 2 weeks ago for all the major student organizations on campus. We somewhat help student events run smoothly. We somewhat plan certain things in conjunction with other organizations across campus. Yeah, we just try and make a very inclusive student life across campus. It's not always easy because SGA, despite our important roles, isn't the most visible organization on campus, but we certainly do try our best. And we also run the elections that are, the reason we can exist in the first place. So basically, if anyone wants to start a club on campus, the first step is really to go into OSILD. Just go to the front desk, express your interest in starting a club. You basically get a packet and a template sponsored by Synergy, which really provides you with basic guidelines and sample policies that you need in order to really start a club. You draft a charter upon which the foundation of your club is really built. You establish e-board positions. Effectively, technically, you only need a president and a treasurer in order to have a functioning club. Most clubs have at least 4 members on their board, so traditionally president, vice president, treasurer, secretary. A lot of clubs have a PR person to run social media, events manager to help certain events run smoothly and to, actually kickstart those events and plan stuff ahead of meetings. Divide the responsibilities a little bit more equitably. Once you conclude drafting your charter, you reach out to, I believe you bring it back to OSILD, and the charter gets sent to the parliamentarian, and that would be me. And we look over those charters, and we invite the e-board of the prospective clubs to meet with us and talk about the charters and what needs to be changed. Sometimes that's nothing, and sometimes there are several major elements to it that need to be amended. But once we get to a point where there's no glaring issues, and if the whole subcommittee agrees that it looks like it's in good working order, we approve it. It goes to the whole of the Student Senate, and there the e-board has the opportunity to make their case in front of the entire Student Senate, and then all of the senators get the opportunity to vote on your charter, and if a majority approve, which is almost always the case, your club becomes recognized and you are active on campus. Technically once a semester. So our main election cycle just happened in the past 2 weeks. Basically, the way that happens is that the majority of positions go up for ballot for the upcoming year. Anyone who wants to sit in Student Senate for the next year runs, including incumbent senators. There's also supplementary elections held in the fall, mostly for freshman senators, but also it gives an opportunity for those who did not run in the spring to run for potentially at-large positions or resident or commuter spaces if there are seats available, which there usually are. And within Senate, they're not actually the elections that most of the student body cares about because, well, this is done within Senate. If e-board positions open up and there's no immediate successor, then nominations can be made and there might be a vote on it. That is how I became parliamentarian. That is how my predecessor Divya became chair. And yeah, the reason why I didn't become chair via election was because, well, there's a line of succession for that. So when she resigned, I took over. So that's how that worked. Well, if I'm talking to somebody here, somebody who's going to be returning to campus next year, if I'm talking to somebody who wants to get involved for next year, my advice to them is to pick up a packet from OSILD and sign up to run for office during our next cycle. It will be a fall election cycle, so you won't be able to run for like sophomore, junior, or senior senator, whichever your class would be, but you'd be able to run for one of the at-large positions. I believe you would be able to run for a resident or commuter slot. There are a lot of different ways you can get involved. Also, it's a little non-traditional, but you don't need to be a member of Student Senate to serve on a governance committee on campus. And our current SGA president, Karen Shalev, she was very excited about the opportunity last semester for non-Senate members to get the opportunity to join these committees and really have a say in the way that certain affairs are run on campus. So it's non-traditional and it's a rather, well, low-profile way of doing this. But if you wanted to get involved and there's not an immediate election cycle coming up, I would contact somebody in SGA or Student Senate about potentially getting involved with a committee like that. Well, the easiest way to do that is, it sounds obvious, but talk to somebody in OSILD, talk to somebody who's currently sitting in Student Senate, somebody who has experience in the role. You can talk to one of our advisors, Christy McNamara or Josh Katz. Both of them are pleasures to work with in Student Senate. Both of them have been really responsive whenever I had questions about anything, and both of them are very eager to work with new students in SGA and Student Senate. So if you do have interest, sometimes outreach is very simple, just like that. All it takes is an email. Additionally, if you don't want to do that, another alternative is to potentially use social media. We do have a Student Senate Instagram account. I believe we might have other forms of social media. It's just Instagram's the only one that I have. So don't let my influence prevent you from, seeking out other sources. But yeah, those would be the two direct methods to come to mind. Talk to somebody directly involved with the organization that can help you get connected and get you resources so you can potentially run for office if you have the desire. Or just check out social media, see the things that we promote, see the people that are on it, and really see if it's the type of organization that's for you, because we're always looking for new recruits. When I was written into Student Senate, I really didn't know when I got the email saying that I was in if I wanted to do it. Because in high school I was in student government and really didn't enjoy it at all because of the type of environment that I was thrown into. I can personally attest that saying yes to the position was a little bit of a personal gamble for me. I really didn't know what I was signing up for. Honestly, we are significantly less scary than anyone here can really imagine. You hear Student Senate and you think it's an intimidating kind of thing. Like if you're going before, like if you're talking to anyone in Student Senate, they're these big scary people that are like above you in some way, and that's not true. We're just students and just trying to help other students and help campus run smoothly. Honestly, we're all just student leaders trying to give back to the community, trying to help our peers. If this is the sort of thing that appeals to you, if you want to give back to the community, if you want to help out your peers, if you want to take a leadership role, and you want to get involved on campus life, I think this is the organization for you, and we certainly have availability. About half of Student Senate is graduating or leaving for one reason or another, so we definitely have open seats available. So if you have any interest at all, in the fall, when elections go live, pick up an application packet, fill it out, tell your friends to get out there and vote for you. All you need is 7 votes, and with those 7 votes, you can get in there, and I think you can make a difference. However big or however small, any involvement that you can give is worth it.
Thank you for watching this segment of The Beat. Please remember to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We'll see you next time.